and welcome to the show. It's good to see you. Thank you for tuning in to the J Request Show. As always, I'm your host, Chris Honors. Anyway, I hope you keeping safe and you're keeping strong. We're gonna go through this together, so be strong. Okay, before we kick off today's show, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for following us on Facebook, Twitter, and also on Instagram. One more quick update. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel and don't forget to click the bell so that anytime we put up a new show, you'll be the first to get it. Keep on subscribing and keep following us of what we do. Anyway, coming up on today's show, we got two wonderful guests joining us today. Well, if you're looking to be confident, well, this is one person you want to be listening to. She's another person that Plinny Phoenix. She's going to be talking us through all about confidence, all about being strong, all about all your nervousness, how you can break them. Make sure you have a pen with you. She's a coach, she's a singer, she got a whole lot more on her plate. So please sit back because she's gonna train you a lot more. Anyway, we're moving down all the way to the US, Florida. My very good friend, she is a model. She's also an entrepreneur. Wow, who's this wonderful lady? Anyway, she's not a person that Britt Ogonovsky. She is one of those models you want to look forward to. And I'm so glad. I can't wait to talk to her all through the show. Stay tuned for more of this. We'll be right back. Only on the J Request Show, baby. Keep it real. Take it away. Hello viewers, how you doing? Welcome to the J Request Show. As always, it's good to see you. And how is everyone doing today? I hope you're keeping well. As you all know, today we have someone special joining us today on the show. She has so much to talk about, and I believe you at home you're going to enjoy all she has to share with you. So sit tight because we have the one and only other person, Plinny Phoenix, joining us today on the show. She's an actor, actress, singer as well. Hello, my friend. How you doing?
Hello, how are you? Thanks so much for having me.
Good. Thank you so much for joining us on the show today. It's a wonderful pleasure to have you. How is things with you? How you doing?
Perfect. Everything is good. Outside there is the sun, so wonderful day. And
Amazing.
I'm with you, Chris, so well better.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you so much for coming on the show. It's a wonderful pleasure to have you today. So, Phoenix, can you tell us about yourself, please?
Well, as you said, I'm an actor, I'm a singer, so I'm a performer. And 5 years ago, I moved to Dublin by a chance, really. And by a chance, I started to be a coach as well. And first coaching my fellow singers along the way. And then I moved actually to the business side of performance and helping coaches and transformation experts. I want to help the people that is putting some good out there. And now I'm working with them on confidence that I know something about because I talk on video, I talk to people on stages, I sing for them, I perform for them. So first time actually a friend of a friend asked me to help him because of that. And I said, I can't help you, I don't know anything about that. And I said, no, you know everything about it because I saw you on the stage. And that's how everything started. And now I'm working with them on that, on confidence, on how to use the video to be themselves. Because let's say, now people is freaking out because they have to go on video more than always. Like it's never happened something like this, like what's happening now, and all the people is suddenly on video and they have to talk on video on this thing in front of you, and everybody feels weird, and I'm helping them with that, and I really enjoy it.
Wow. No, that's really true. What you've just mentioned is just right. You nailed it at the very point. When you're talking about transformation, is you having the confidence to do certain things that is very weird. Like you mentioned, people go onto the video screen now, they can talk, communicate, you know. These are things where people don't have the confidence to really do before, but now it seems like everybody is on the board. So it's a good thing that people are finding their feet, you know. So that brings me to some of the things you have been doing, because we read all the work you've done, talking about confidence, talking about how to give your voice a huge truth, I want to kind of dive into some of these things because this is a very, very important time for us. First of all, let's look at the area of confidence. From your experience with what you've shared there, there's so much in order for you to be able to get to where you are today. So let's talk about confidence in your own word of understanding. What do you would do? I mean, how would you describe confidence to be? Tell us.
Well, confidence is facing any challenge with the thinking that
Mhm.
you're going to figure it out.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that, it's really facing any challenge, you don't have to worry because we worry so much. And if we look back, we can really understand that more often than we think, there was no reason to worry about that. Because
Hmm.
things just flow and they will be okay at the end.
Hmm.
So you have to face everything with the faith that everything will figure it out, that you
Hmm.
will figure it out.
Hmm.
And to do that, you actually need that inner confidence inside yourself. Because the first time I actually started years ago to coach someone about confidence, I was saying, I don't know even what I'm doing on the stage, you know? But then starting, I understood actually that there was something that I was doing without even notice. And I had this inner confidence. It was about my mindset. I
Mhm.
really believed I was good at doing that.
Mhm.
My skills, that I really knew that I knew my job. I knew what I was talking about. And then it was a matter of action. So I was really putting myself out there. So if you put
Hmm.
all these three things together,
Hmm.
you got confidence. And no matter what happens to you, you will figure it out.
Very true. You just nailed it. The next one I want to move on to is give your voice. I mean, give voice to your truth. How do you break that? Nail it for us.
Yeah, I started to use this sentence a few years ago
Hmm.
because I think that every person has an inner fire inside of them. And very often we keep this fire for ourselves, so we don't have the courage to really pursue our dreams, to follow what we think, to stand up for ourselves.
Hmm.
And everybody got this fire.
Hmm.
So it's really a matter of giving voice to this truth that you have, who you really are, what you really think. And I think that if every person would do that, the world will be better, and
Hmm.
their lives too.
That's a very true words. Give voice to your truth. Generally, it will be everything you believe in, everything you intend to do, what you think, what your
Yeah.
mind is placing on you, or what you can do that fits. It's like singing. Would that be something you will refer to?
Yeah, absolutely. Because when people think, especially if you don't do it as a job, all the fears come up,
True.
all the excitement comes up as well. And so you can really see the truth of a person. You can see
Hmm.
really who they are. And
Hmm.
they enjoy that. So if you really look inside yourself and give voice to who you really are,
Hmm.
everything goes better. You don't do that job that you hate. You
Hmm.
don't keep for yourself those words that you want to say. You stand up for yourself. You tell people that you love them. That
Hmm.
everybody are more truthful to themselves and to the others.
Hmm.
And yeah, singing, acting, all performing stuff
True.
really bring your courage out there and who you
Hmm.
really are. You need to
Hmm.
face who you really are to do these
So
things.
true. So true, girl. You're rocking. You're rocking. I like things
Thank
like
you.
this. You're rocking. I love it. Now let's move on to something very important because these, even though we talk about the confidence, we talk about give voice to your truth. Um, this is our processing, which does affect our life every day, good or bad. But
Yeah.
somehow it forced them to this other side when we judge. I mean, we're feeling about our neighbors, when we are neighbors, when we are feeling anxiety, all of these does play different roles. So how do we kind of counterbalance these two objects with the confidence and then giving voice and then bring all of this into one?
Well, the big challenge that everyone face, and no matter what's the job or how the person is, because a lot of people think, and there's a misunderstanding with this, a kind of myth that you need to be extrovert to be confident. And that's not absolutely true. It doesn't matter who you are, which kind of person, what do you do in your life, you can be confident in what you do. And more often I see that people is confident in something in their lives and not in something else. So if you want to be confident all the time, no matter what the life throws at you, you need to have that balance we say before. But people really feeling nervous to talk to people, to stand up for themselves, to talk in front of a video, a camera. They feel nervous. They might feel, for example, those butterflies in the belly, or kind of nervous, shaking or sweating or mumbling and all that stuff. And they might feel judged because they say that, maybe people is thinking that I'm not good. Or more often, people have those voices in their heads thinking that they are not good. And all these things are going on, and these are really huge problems. But if you think about being nervous, and if you think about excitement, are not they triggering the same stuff in your body?
They do in some ways, but it's still that is the bridge where I feel is difficult to cross, and not everybody can just cross it, because sometimes people come across, if I say this thing, I don't know how the other person might take it. You see, so this is where that bridge is so difficult. Like you just mentioned a very, very good point there. If you're happy and then you're nervous, they're both the same thing. If you're smiling, then you squeeze your face, they're both the same thing. It's just for you to actually switch it to the other side. So that demarcation there is the problem. So you, as a coach experienced in this area, how can one break that bridge to make sure they go past it?
Thanks for asking me. There is actually a quick exercise that I would love to share with your audience.
Okay.
Because no matter what's going on in your body and you feel those bad things and you feel anxious, you feel nervous, it's because you have some voices going on in your head. Those negative thoughts that I call your mean twin. And it's really because every person has two personalities inside, and that's absolutely normal. It's not your fault. It's nobody's fault. It's just something we're done that way. So we have these double personalities. One is happy and it feels good and it's positive, and the other one is the mean twin, and is always throwing at us all those bad voices. And when all those voices are going on in your head, your body feels that. And to stop that, you need to understand what's triggering that. And I know that sometimes we don't even listen to those voices in our head, like saying you're not enough, or this is not going to be good, or those people don't like me. You don't even approve of that. It's all going on in our head. So how to stop this? You have to understand what's triggering that. And sometimes we don't hear those voices. We don't even understand that your mean twin is in your head. So it's better to go back to our body. So how are you feeling? So let's say that you have to talk in front of people, your office, or it can be you need to do a video for your job, or to talk to people to present something for your job. How you feel? Are you feeling tension? Do you feel those butterflies in your belly? Are you biting your nails?
Of course, definitely. It's, even when I even open the show, it doesn't matter if we're distance, whatever. we feel that nervousness, and then it takes a little bit of time to kind of settle into it, but which is, I feel, is okay. But there are some people who just cannot, just, even though you push them to a certain level, it's so difficult. Over to your point.
It
Anyway,
is. It is difficult, but you need to understand that with yourself, what's the trigger? What's the feeling that you have all the time that you have to do these things that challenge you? What's the trigger? Because every person is different. Someone can have a headache. Someone can bite their nails. Someone can have those butterflies in their bellies. So if they understand what's the trigger, they can say, hey, hold on. I have this feeling. Last time was the same. And then they can go to their heads. What am I saying in my head in this moment? And then it's good to write them down. Oh, I'm not good enough, or this is not gonna be good, or people gonna say that I'm a fool. All these things, if you write them down, at least you know which fear you're facing. And after you do that, you twist it. You need to bring your vibes again up, because if you're feeling that way, you are in a zone where everything is negative. Nothing good comes up from that point. So if you have, we said earlier, you need to have a mindset as well. And the mindset is really an attitude that you have. It's the willing of bring yourself again to a good stance, a good position. And when you are in a good state, good things happen around you.
Very
Everything
true.
good happens. And if you twist it, just bringing yourself to do things that raise your vibe up. So I don't know, for myself, I just watch my favorite movie, like Friends, because they are laughing all the time. I laugh again.
Yeah, that's true.
That's nice. Hot chocolate. I go for a walk in the wood, or even the park just around the corner. And or a good bath or warm shower. If you have kids, you can play with them. You have your pet, bring it outside and have a walk. Everything that puts you again in a good state is good. And then from that place, you face what you need to face. And everything will be just twisted, will be different, because those voices are not there anymore. And when you put in place this exercise many times, it becomes just natural, and you will do it even faster. And as soon as you hear those voices, or you feel those triggers in your body, you just stop it doing something that you like.
Yeah, you see, these things, everything was so nailed and perfect. And one of the main thing for people is to make sure that you're writing your fears down, so you're able to actually deal with them, which is a very, very good point. And I believe that my viewers at home, we really learn from all of this. The next one I want to move on to very quick there is in relation to judging yourself, avoiding audience. These two things, how can we work around them? How can people really differentiate them and be able to move beyond this level of nervousness, this level of being judged, this level of being avoiding audience or avoiding people, or don't want to go close to people because they're not sure? For example, you already judge yourself before you even get judged, if that makes sense.
Absolutely, that's exactly what's happening. That's exactly what happens all the time. We make a movie inside our heads, and it's not even happen. Like all those things are just the voices that are going on, and we go to the point that we really avoid audiences. We really avoid to do something, and it happened to me as well. A couple of years ago, I said, far away from videos and social networks for 1 year. And of course, my business went to drop down because I was not showing up anymore. But what was happening was really that I had this kind of feeling that they call the imposter syndrome. When you think that you don't deserve it, so you avoid it at all. And it happens more often to us women It's a really
Mm-hmm.
a female thing more than male. It happens as well for both, but
Mm-hmm.
it's more for us because we feel judged all the time and we
Mm-hmm.
feel we don't deserve it. And
Mm.
we are missing a lot doing that because we avoid everything at all. And what brought me back, and I'm really enjoying it again, is that I thought, okay, a friend actually told me, just don't do it. And I was like,
Mm.
yeah, well, no, I need to. No, you don't have to. It's your choice. Do you
Mm.
really want to go in front of people? Most of the people could answer, no, I won't. But then you have to remember why you're doing that. And
Mm.
that's really your purpose. Your why
Mm.
needs to be bigger than your fears. You have to
Mm.
remember why you're doing your job. And if this includes talking to people, because maybe you're a coach or you work in an office where you have a team, you have
Mm.
clients, they rely on you. So you
True.
have to remember why you're doing that. Because
Mm.
when you have a big why, the fears just drop.
True.
You put it really in balance there and you say,
Yeah.
okay, make a kind of list, the the do's and the cons,
Mm-hmm.
and there you understand, okay, this really matters. And
Mm.
that will brought me again here
Mm.
because
Wow.
I said, no, there is a why if I'm doing this, because I'm
Mm-hmm.
helping people to be better, to believe in themselves. And if I
True.
do this, a lot of people can benefit from that. So, and if I don't do this, they, they can't have help.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm really not serving them.
No.
And so we have to remember why we do this. And if you decide that there is no reason why you should do it, just
Mm-hmm.
leave it. Leave it on your back. Just move on. There is
Mm.
no reason to bother, if so,
Mm. True.
right? But
Yeah.
if you really believe that you are doing good, you need to face your fear because people rely on you.
Very true. Amazing, girl. Amazing.
Thank
This
you.
is unbelievable. And one more before we go, because we've nailed all the points. But there's one more my director just flagged me there. It wants me to clear this with you. Finally, it is not your fault. First of all, we blame ourselves for so many things. But at the end of the day, it is not our fault if certain things happen. It just happens.
Yeah.
How would you explain that?
Well, to work on this point with all my clients has been
Yeah.
the biggest huge challenge for me and for
Mm,
them as well,
mm,
because we think it, we think it's our fault most of the time. It's
mm.
someone else's fault, is a life's fault, all these things. It's never yours, but or it's yours at all, like
Yeah,
um but it's really not your fault. We are human beings. We are not
true.
machines.
Mm,
So we're not perfect.
true.
And there is a sign in my wall, and it's in front of me now because I keep it here all the time because I was a perfectionist all my life. And
Wow.
you ruined a little bit of things.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But strive for progress, not perfection.
True.
If we think that we can be a little bit better every day,
Mm-hmm.
we put out of the equation that think that it's our fault,
Mm,
because we can't blame ourselves. We have this idea, expectation of us doing things perfectly,
mm-hmm,
excelling in everything
mm-hmm.
we do. It doesn't need to be like that. You don't
Mm,
need to be perfect. You just
mm,
need to love what you're doing. And if you don't love it, just leave it. It's
mm,
you don't have to do it. Um, if you care about something, do it. Put 100% of uh, your expertise. You're willing to do everything you can, but don't aim for perfection. Just aim to be better every day, because
wow.
today you're better than yesterday and tomorrow you
True,
will be better than today if you
true.
pursue what you're doing. And people that have success, they
Mm,
never gave up. They
true.
kept moving. The
Mm-hmm.
people that they didn't do something, they just gave up, and that's fine too. That's okay. If you don't want to do something, why bother? Just leave it, move to another thing. We are not forced to do stuff. We don't have to. We are in charge of deciding for our lives. If you care about something, do it.
Do it.
If you don't care, why bother? Just leave it, do another thing. Life is too short.
That's so true. I agree with you. Life is too short. Girl, I want to say thank you so much for coming on the show today. Everything you've shared on the show, I believe, not just for men alone or women, it's for everyone. I believe that you've reached out to so many people and they can take this to a bold step. Before we wrap things up with you, how can my viewers find you?
First of all, thank you so much for having me on today.
Thank you.
It was so fun. You're fantastic.
Thank you.
They can find me on social networks on Facebook and Instagram, Plinny Phoenix.
Yeah.
And they can visit my website, bettervoicenow.com.
Wow, amazing. Dennis, thank you so much for coming on the show. It's a wonderful pleasure to have you today, and I will speak with you soon. For your wonderful lady and viewers at home, please get in touch with Plinny. She got so much that she can help you with. Only if you get in touch with her. Okay, thank you so much, and I'll speak with you soon. Just stay with us. All right, viewers, sitting back at home, thank you for tuning in. As always, stay tuned for more of the show because we have so much coming your way. I want to only friend all the way from Florida. She is a model. I won't give you too much, only if you sit back. We'll be right back after this. Take it away.